Welcome everybody and thanks for checking out another InfoSec Hub video. Today we're going to talk about secure OSs, operating systems. If you really value your privacy online, you might have something to hide, you're a whistleblower, or you want to, you want to contribute to something but staying anonymous, then look at TailsOS. Tails is an operating system that can function and you can boot it from a USB drive, which leaves no traces of internet usage on a real device like a computer, like a hard drive. All the usage is stored on your USB drive that you can bring with you wherever you go. And even then, the usage of your, how you interact with the internet, your privacy basically is all secure. Tails has been used by various people. It's about how to avoid the surveillance on the internet, because basically you have no privacy on the internet. You have a web browser which has a unique ID, which was created during downloading and installing the browser. You have certain plugins on your browser that make it unique. That coupled together with your IP address, with your operating system, and some other fingerprints can pretty quickly identify you as an internet user. So with macOS, Windows especially Windows 10 and Ubuntu, you have not a lot of privacy. If that's something that's very important to you for whatever kind of reason, look into TailsOS. Again, you can run it from a USB drive. It also has a whole security toolbox full of applications that help you work securely on documents or how to communicate securely. Tails is also set up to be able to work with Tor, the Tor network. In future videos, we will cover Tor a little bit more. And it comes with handy free software. So, who uses Tails? Activists. Well, for instance, if you live in a suppressive regime and you want to be able to speak freely on the internet, you're an activist, and you don't want that have consequences of you being put in jail because you have a certain opinion that your government will not agree on, you can use Tails. Again, if you go to, for instance, a public computer in the library, or you buy a disposable a laptop and you run Tails on a USB drive, and you can hide your information like IP address, like location information, and you bring the OS with you, and you only use it for 1 or 2 times for one purpose only. Basically, it's very hard to track you down. Also, you have journalists that want to hide their location. They have maybe evidence on something that might bring them in a lot of danger when they are exposed. So they want to contribute that information for the greater good, but they want to make sure that the source they are that has been hidden, right? Okay, they mention here domestic violence survivors. Yeah, escape surveillance at home. Wow, maybe a little bit far-fetched, but in some cases it might be true. And whenever you need more privacy in this digital world, otherwise you wouldn't be looking at this video. It's recommended also by Edward Snowden, the NSA whistleblower, also the co-founder of the Tor project, what I just talked about. This is basically a cut-off section of the internet. We'll cover Tor in the future. Also a network that is basically a relay of 7 to 10 servers where your internet traffic is encapsulated, and after server number 7 or 10, it's almost impossible to trace where you originally came from, thus hiding your identity even more. So you can imagine if you have Tails, which is a very private, privacy friendly OS, plus you also use the Tor network, it's very good to stay hidden online. This is not hacking software or anything. This is really for people that really want to leave almost no traces of them existing. When you use again Windows, Ubuntu, macOS, there is a unique fingerprint of your operating system, of your browser, the programs that you use. You can look at those as fingerprints, and fingerprints is also what they are called. And couple that together with your internet usage, your IP address. It's very easy nowadays to build up a profile, and the more data you share online, the easier it is to make a profile. Even though some of those data sources, so databases, will not directly be connected to each other, but when they do, and eventually they might for marketing purposes or other kind of purposes, it's so easy to figure out what kind of person you are, what's behind you, and it's really invading into your privacy. Again, I'm all for privacy online. If I can do things privately, I will always do that. I'm not super I'm concerned about it, but I'm not super crazy that I say if I can't use a secure OS, I will not use the internet. I will not go that far. But it's nice to see that there are, solutions out there. The last one that is recommended by is the Electronic Frontier Foundation. They also make great plugins like Privacy Badger, for instance. If you have Firefox, look at Privacy Badger. They also stop a lot of analytics and stuff like websites, what kind of data they collect on you. They have all kind of block lists, and certain websites will not function correctly, but they will block all that stuff for you. So this is my introduction video about Tails. I'm gonna have to set up a computer where I can show you Tails and do a screen recording to give you more information about this operating system. Please let me know if you're interested in that, so I'll make that video. It will take me a little bit time to do a proper preparation for that video, but this video here is really to show you what Tails is and what the possibilities are. I will go into the system requirements, since we're here anyway. USB stick of 8 gigabytes. Now for a couple of dollars or euros you have one, and a computer with a 64-bit compatible compressor, also not a big deal no more these days, and 2 gigs of RAM, also not a big deal. It's pretty compact. Let's see, get Tails documentation, contribute. Okay, let's see. Which operating system are you installing Tails from? You know what I'm going to do? I have a virtual machine installed on my Windows, and I will just download the ISO file, install it, and show you guys how Tails looks like. So that's what I'm going to do in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them below under this video, and we'll hope to get back to you soon as possible. Have a great week.